Okay, let's take a look at the character. So you've got a lot of the pieces. I think you're going to want these legs to go up a little higher uh, in there. Um, I think you could use a little. You're going to need like a couple more edges here. Um, anywhere it bends, it needs more detail. So I'm just using the multi-cut tool, and then you're going to want to get more shape for the knee. Just using soft select by clicking B and then holding down B and clicking and dragging to select some points, but I'm adding some knee shape in there. Um, and then, yeah, you could do a little bit more. These shoes are okay. It's a little bit of a mess here with all these edges on the back. There's some really wacky edges like here. I would probably take. Then why doesn't that continue there? Yeah. There's a lot of problematic areas in here, like in there. We'll take this out. Shift right mouse click delete edge, and then shift right mouse click delete edge. Notice that the shape didn't really change when I did that. Yeah, there's just a lot of not good edges in here. I'm just going to try to keep taking stuff out that doesn't seem really necessary. Just doing shift right mouse click delete edge until the this kind of yeah, wow. I might say go back over the module and do these again. There's just a lot of edges in random spots, and it's also very kind of blocky. It's so squared off, and you have like a lot of edges in front, and then very few on the sides. You look at it, good topology has even-sized faces, but look at the size of this face, and then compared to these, and these are very long and narrow. So you definitely need more splits, like coming across here, and kind of use those as shape. But then definitely some more, around here, and you should be, kind of. Rounding these, it's just a big block right now. So, like they should be, you'll want to like kind of round this out a little bit. Um, I mean, it's hard to do at this stage because there's so many edges. I would actually redo these, but if not, delete as many edges as you can, get the basic structure back right, and then start adding in detail. But there's so many kind of errant edges all over the place, and also like wherever you've got, oh jeez, it's just hard to salvage that. This is okay, but it really needs just a little more shape to it. It almost looks like just like a default kind of shape. I mean, I see you've got a little bit of a curve to it, but maybe try to give it, the character a little bit of a butt because it looks, it just looks like a cone. Um, yeah, there's a lot of. This is a bit dense for what it needs, and then there's some problematic edges here. I don't know how they got um, distorted like that, but I would take these out. Shift right mouse click delete. Oh boy. What's going on with these guys? Okay, and this over here. Yeah, and this is kind of strange. Yeah, I would, and also there's no real shape to the arm. It's like you have so many edges here, but there's no. It's just a perfectly straight, like a cylinder. You want to have a shoulder shape and a little bit of kind of bicep shape, at least subtly. But it's hard to edit at this point because everything's so dense. And this side's all messed up somehow. And this is kind of twisted around. So, I mean, what I would do is kind of take all that out and then rebuild that. It's already been kind of over smoothed, but I'm gonna go in the front view here, and yeah, it really doesn't match your design very much either. I mean, the arms are way shorter, and uh, I don't know. You might. I mean, I might recommend like not doing this character and just using the provided design so you can follow the steps, because what I noticed is you're not following the steps. For example, particularly on the hands, these are crazy dense and uneven topology and clearly didn't follow the module. There's these 3 pages on doing the fingers and hands, and clearly you're not following that, and this is like a kind of a mess and it's going to be difficult to use. So I would honestly, this is all of this is going to be hard to use to actually do a character. What I would recommend is actually just using the design in the module and just following the steps as they are, rather than trying to do in your own character, because it's just everything is pretty far off on here, and and a lot of it is it's actually in the state they're in. It's easier to redo it than it is to try and tear everything out and build it back up again, because there's so much to delete out, there's so much to remove, that it would be harder to fix than it would be to rebuild.